Very good. We will call to order this meeting of the Economic Development Authority of the City of Lynchburg. Let's start with a roll call. Sean Hewitt.
Here.
Patricia Mosby. Pat is absent. Kevin Peterzak.
Here.
John Stone. Here. Toby Tomko.
Here.
Richard Tugman.
Here.
Sackett Wood.
Here.
Thank you. We need to approve the minutes from our September 25th meeting. Those minutes are in your meeting package. Any comments or changes before I accept a motion to approve?
Motion to approve minutes. Second.
Thank you. We have a motion to approve the minutes as presented. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. All right, minutes are approved. Thank you. Margette, we've got an AMG incentive.
Yes. So AMG has requested, they have taken over L&R Precision Tooling. So they bought another business here to increase their footprint, but they are going to invest substantially in machinery and tools, which is not something, the enterprise zone doesn't cover those kinds of costs. AMG's been around for a really long time. I took this to the incentive committee under your policy, and I'm just recommending based on policy, to encumber a $60,000 incentive. They're going to be adding 9 new employees. The purchase of L&R, I think, was $3 million, and they're going to put another 3 over the next 3 years. I'll do a performance agreement, but over the next 3 years into machinery and tools.
This is our money, not a state grant or something.
No, it's your money. The EDA's money, you're correct.
Any comments from incentive committee? Anybody got any questions on that? If not, we need a motion to encumber $60,000 for AMG, subject to performance agreement.
Second.
All in favor of that motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, motion carries.
Okay.
What's next?
Next is Virginia Metal Treating. You have a performance agreement with Virginia Metal Treating that was up at the end of June. And so we're just voting to release the encumbered amount. And all of this was in your budget.
So was this the full encumbrance, or is it a little bit less?
It is less. They embarked on this expansion during COVID. So I gave you all the final report. So the eligible incentive based on your 2% and the number of jobs they hired and the capital investment would have been 143,404 as opposed to 258. But I have gone back and looked at the tax increase on both real property as well as annual to commissioner revenue, and it exceeds the 258. So just putting it out there, and I have, so just need the incentive committee looked at this too, but I just want to make sure you have all the information on it.
Okay, do we have any comments or questions?
So it's the difference between 143,404 is what the performance agreement has, what they achieved during COVID. And I'm just giving you the caveat that we usually base all of that the return on investment, has to come from a tax increase, net new revenue that comes into the city. And that has exceeded the amount that was in the original performance agreement. So it's totally up to you all.
So is this a recommendation from incentive committee, or do I need a motion?
We approved it.
Yeah. But I mean, the amount side of it, y'all both are new, so I'm just saying the performance agreement and the,
That might be new information.
yes, and the final report reflect, less than what's in the performance agreement. So I just want to make sure everybody understands all that. So if I were you, and I'm not, but I'd just take a motion. I mean, I would ask for a motion on it, John, because they are fantastic incentive committee members, but this is their first go-round.
Move to approve.
Okay, we've got a motion to approve this incentive. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. All right, we will release this incentive to Virginia Middle Tree.
Thank you. Okay. Be so pleased to know I have a staff report.
Please proceed.
Thank you. First of all, I want to make sure that everybody's received the invitation to the annual report meeting, which is at the museum from 5:30 to 7 on Tuesday. And please let me know if you will be in attendance so that I can recognize you. I think we have over 100 people coming, so we're really pleased about that. The PDGA started yesterday and really kicks off today, so that's a huge event. That'll be Thursday through Sunday, and it's at the London Technical Park out there in Bedford County is where one of the disc golf courses is, and it will be at Ivy Hills. So if anybody would like to attend, we will all be scrambling around, but we would love to have you just to see what, I mean, it's impressive, and it's really hard to describe if you're not there. And then we will have, just to put it on your radar, we've also got another tournament coming in April. So we've been put on the docket after the international that we had last year for 2 more tournaments, this one and in April. So that's really, really exciting. So we are currently looking for 2 positions in economic development, and we have interviews scheduled on Thursday of next week, so keep your fingers crossed. I have, just on things from you all's perspective, 201 Jefferson Ridge Parkway, due diligence is underway there for the purchase of that property. 109 Ramsey Place, there was a backflow preventer that didn't get replaced by BWXT. So we're going to take any of these deferred maintenance items, right? I'll bring to you what the costs are on those. They're not astronomical. The valve for this backflow preventer is $18,000. And the retention pond needs attention. And I have, I've got Public Works working alongside me with that, but there may have to be either an outside contractor, or if the, potential owner wants to fix it and then, put it in the closing, that's what we'll do. And the MUMS agreement is something I have reached out to William Cook and William Andrews just to figure out where they are on that, because it's coming around to a close. So they haven't pulled down any of the principal of that loan right now, but they have been paying, the interest and everything on it. They just haven't pulled the main amount, and DHCD is, contacting us to say, what's the status of this? So I've reached out to them. I know that they've been looking for a tenant on that first floor, and that's really the crux of the matter, right? That loan is really, yes, sir. That loan is really structured based on, mixed use on Main. That's what the acronym stands for. So most any of their programs or anything that they do is based on a mixed use with like at least 30% component of commercial. So we need to bring that to a close. I know Keisha will rest easy when she knows which way that thing is going.
They had any conversation about correctly with regards to tenants who's going to provide some sort of indoor golfing?
Yes, that was that was the tenant that they had originally, and that didn't work out. So that's one of the reasons why, they've kind of waited to pull it down, because they are looking for another tenant for the space. Okay, and we are Abbey Creek's sites A and B. We are working with VEDP on a performance agreement for the $4 million that you all were awarded. And so obviously, with there being that larger amount, the scope changes on the project. So I'm working with Public Works right now to revise the scope. And at the same time, they're moving down the path with the performance agreement, knowing that we are working on the scope. Yep, and I am trying to submit an enterprise zone boundary amendment. And normally I have, and this really wouldn't be the most opportune timing from a staff perspective for me to do this, but DHCD usually gives me until the end of the year, December, to submit the application, and as I was pretty far down the road, they advised me that it was November 1st. So I am trying to get that done, with the council who's never seen an enterprise zone amendment before, and I'll leave it at that. Okay. And you can see I've kind of reworked the staff report a little bit so that when I have to do multiple reports every month, and I'm just trying to make them so I can do one and pull from each other. So hopefully, if you all have any suggestions or there's something missing from the report that you would like to see, just let me know. I'm trying to take it back to the goals that we have for the department, the unified plan that we have, and put things in there, because the tourism and the marketing sides of what we do here, they are an integral part of economic development, really important to all the things that we do. So that concludes my report, unless you have any questions.
Curious, that Frisbee tournament, disc golf, I apologize, was here last year.
Yes, sir.
Is it going to be an annual, or do we?
We don't know. We bid for it. They put out a bid, and we bid to bring it here. And I think that their experience last year, which was international, we beat out Finland, I love to say that, was so, that, you know, was really great. And so therefore, they are, and we all know what the drill is. Now, you know, from a staff perspective, you know, we are manning a booth out there to let people know from a tourism, you know, perspective, all the things to offer. But what we have staff out there right now from 7 in the morning until, you know, when they finish for 4 days straight. So we're using all the pieces and parts there. I feel very positive about the fact that obviously one of the courses out there, the one that's in the New London Technology Park, it was designed by one of the top 100 disc golf players in the world. So it's like an Arnold Palmer or, you know, very, very attractive to those that follow, you know, disc golf and to play on and all of that. And I will say that, you know, Runk and Pratt is the owners of the, Brian and Vicki Runk and their family is the owners of Ivy Hills, and they just do a fabulous job from a hospitality kind of standpoint, you know, out there, because literally the other New London Tech Park is a real, it's like your Ivy Creek Innovation Park. It's an industrial park, right? And their Parks and Rec bootstrapped a disc golf course out there designed by Paul, who's playing in the tournament. He's the one that came to my office with the pink shorts on to say, we want to do this in Lynchburg. And I thought, if you can wear pink shorts, you're a man of means. And I was correct. Takes guts.
Where do we stand with legal counsel for the EDA?
Pavlina is fabulously filling in here, and I've not heard back from Ted as to when he steps away. He told me it was in September, and, you know, so we will prepare at some point to do an RFP for legal counsel. But we are so grateful to Pavlina for being here, because I think there's a lot more involved when you have I don't know what it is, 50, 40-year relationship. And that's kind of overwhelming. So it is definitely out there, and thank you for asking, but the intent is, you know, to do an RFP, right? And the city attorney is also, you know, because that's who represents me as an employee of the city, is also working, you know, with me on this to lend a hand. I mean, lend a hand in the RFP process or that kind of thing. Okay.
This indicated that you had an update on Jones Memorial Library. So
Yeah,
that project's still alive?
That project is, I'm being told that they have a plan and a timeline.
For a hotel?
Yes.
Very good. Anybody else have questions, comments? Thank you. Thank you, Margette. I know you guys are running a few people short of full, so it's a lot to keep up with. I think that is all for our open session, and we will need to go into closed session.
Yes, the authority has matters which under Virginia Code Section 2.2, 3711A5 and A3 allow the authority to discuss in closed session, and we do need a motion to enter into a closed session for discussion of two different matters. It's for consideration of the acquisition of real property for public purpose or for disposition of publicly held real property. where discussion in open meeting would adversely affect the bargaining position or negotiating strategy of the authority, and also for discussion concerning prospective business or industry or expansion of an existing business or industry, where no previous announcement has been made of the industry's interest in locating or expanding its facilities in the city of Lynchburg. So we need a motion and second.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, please signify by saying aye. 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 Anybody opposed? All right, closed session it is.